Hi, everyone. Welcome back to English Unlimited Podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Jamie.
And we are diving deep today into something I think is the secret struggle for so many of us. It's that huge gap between knowing what you should do to learn English and then, actually doing it.
Oh, absolutely. It's that feeling of being stuck.
You know that feeling. You've got the apps on your phone. You might even have the textbook. You have this big ambition to speak fluently.
But you're just frozen.
Completely stuck.
Yeah.
You're waiting for that, I don't know, perfect moment. Or maybe you tell yourself you're waiting until you have enough confidence.
Before you dare to talk to a native speaker. Yeah.
It's so frustrating. It feels like you're trying to catch a train that's already, speeding out of the station.
You're just left there on the platform.
Yeah. With a perfectly organized suitcase full of notes you've never used. I remember I did this. I would spend hours planning my study week.
Oh, the planning stage.
I had color-coded notebooks, a fancy planner. I even designed these really detailed review schedules. I felt so busy, so productive.
Ah, the great illusion of productivity. It feels good, doesn't it?
It feels amazing. But then, the second someone asked me to actually use the language, in real time, I froze.
All that planning didn't help.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And I realized later that all that heavy planning, it was just fear. Fear in a really productive-looking costume.
That's a perfect way to put it.
It was my way of stalling because I was just too scared to actually start speaking and, maybe make a mistake.
And that feeling, that exact feeling of being stuck, is what we're going to fix today.
We're going to share some really powerful mental shifts, but also practical tips to get you moving from waiting to doing, right away.
And we are going to reveal the one concept that acts as the absolute antidote to that feeling of regret. It's what turns messy, awkward action into real, solid progress.
Plus, and this is the really good part, we're going to break down 5 what we're calling game-changer words that you can start using immediately.
These are words to describe your learning journey, your mindset, your habits. They're incredibly useful.
We really are. And you want to stick around to the very end because we're going to hit you with a quick pop quiz using these words to see what you've absorbed.
Let's make that commitment together right now to finally start moving.
But before we get into it, please do us a huge favor. Go ahead and subscribe to the show and like this deep dive.
Your support really does help us reach more learners who are stuck with this exact same problem.
Yeah, just hit that like button right now. It takes a second.
Okay, so let's start with the core problem, the waiting game.
Right.
Our sources show that so many learners are, they're wasting precious time and energy by waiting to feel fluent before they actually speak.
But hold on a second. I get why people feel that way. I mean, if I jumped into a conversation before I feel ready, I could embarrass myself. I could sound stupid, or maybe I'll misuse a word and offend someone. Isn't all that preparation supposed to stop that? How is that stalling?
That is such a critical question, and it gets right to the heart of what the behavioral science tells us.
Okay.
When you're terrified of making a mistake, your fear needs a safe place to hide, and it often hides in what looks like productivity.
Fear in a costume. I'm
Yeah.
sticking with that one.
Exactly. Fear pretends to be smart. It tells you, oh, you just need to finish this 100-page grammar review first, or you have to color code your vocabulary notebook perfectly.
And then you'll be ready to speak.
Right. But these elaborate plans, they feel safe because there's zero risk of failing in public. You tell yourself you're being productive, but what you're really doing is avoiding the one thing that actually works.
Which is speaking.
Which is speaking.
Wow. So all those hours I spent making my flashcard deck perfect were just hours I wasn't talking to anyone.
It's a tough realization, isn't it?
It's brutal. It's like the ultimate self-sabotage.
It really is. Think about it like you're at a swimming pool. You're spending hours standing on the edge. You're analyzing the water temperature, the pH level.
The perfect angle for the dive.
Exactly. And meanwhile, other people are in the water. They're already wet. They're splashing around, making progress, and having fun.
Yeah.
Fluency isn't a feeling you wait for. It's something you build, brick by messy brick. Every awkward pause, every time someone corrects you.
Every time you have to stop and rephrase a sentence.
That's a brick. You
Yeah.
just laid another brick.
I think so many of us can relate to that planning cycle. But what about the other ways we waste time? It's not always about grammar anxiety, is it? Sometimes it's quieter.
Oh, it's much quieter. And much more sneaky. We call these the tiny invisible leaks.
Okay, that sounds serious.
It is. Wasting your time, your language opportunities. It's not always some big dramatic thing like quitting or tearing up your textbook. It's usually a slow drip.
Like what?
Like the endless scrolling on social media, the procrastination you call taking a break. All those little mindless distractions that just steal minutes, then hours, then days from you.
That really hit me when I first read our notes on this. It's like a slow erosion of your focus.
Precisely. Let's use that ship analogy from the source material. Imagine you are this huge, strong ship, a massive tanker full of potential.
I like that. Okay.
But even the biggest ship will sink if it has tiny, unattended leaks. You don't sink from one giant explosion. You sink from 1,000 tiny holes.
So a 5-minute scroll here, a 10-minute YouTube detour there.
It adds up massively. And
Yeah.
then you wake up a few months later and you wonder, where did all my study time go?
It went through the tiny leaks.
It did. If you really want to make progress, you have to protect your focus and your energy like they're the most precious things you own. Because for learning, they are.
So the immediate takeaway here is just awareness. If you find yourself planning to practice but never speaking, you have to find the leak.
Stop planning. Start saying. And that brings us perfectly to the first powerful word we want to unpack.
Okay.
It's a word that really describes this huge shift away from the waiting game.
You said that this mentality, moving from waiting to doing is a game changer. I hear that term all the time. In business, tech, sports.
Yeah.
Everywhere. But for an English learner, what does it actually mean? Is it just a fancy way to say a big improvement?
That's a great question. And no, it's much stronger than just a big improvement.
Okay.
A game changer. In plain English, it's something that completely and fundamentally changes the way things are done. It's a major shift in your strategy or the outcome.
So it's not just changing the rules a little bit. It's like inventing a whole new way to play the game.
Perfect analogy.
Like if you were playing chess and suddenly you could, make your rook fly across the board.
Yeah.
That would be a game changer.
That would absolutely change the game. For an English learner, a true game changer is often a mental shift, like moving from translating in your head to thinking directly in English.
Oh, I can see how powerful that is. Okay, let's hear some examples. That's always the best way for it to stick.
Absolutely. Let's do a formal one, a casual one, and then a kind of weird one.
I like the weird one.
So, formal. The new vaccine proved to be a game changer in public health strategy. Casual. Switching my phone to English was a total game changer for my daily practice.
I have heard people say that one.
And the weird one. Adding hot sauce to my morning oatmeal was a total game changer in a terrible, painful way.
Huh. Okay, that shows how big the impact is, even if it's a bad one.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick role play. You be the study buddy. I'll be the student who just had that aha moment.
Hi, Betty, go for it.
Okay, so I stopped translating in my head. I used to
Great.
think the sentence in my language first and then translate it, but now I just think, I am hungry. It's so much faster.
Totally. See, that technique is a real game changer for improving your speed.
It really is. It just flows better.
That's the key. And quickly, let's talk collocations. You'll often hear words that make it sound even stronger, like major game changer, total game changer, or even life-changing game changer.
So that brings us to the next part. We've talked about the big psychological blocks. Now let's get into the practical side of it, the habits.
Right. Building sustainable habits. We often hear learners say, I'm going to study for 3 hours every single day.
Oh, I've done that.
We all have. But our sources are clear. Success depends on consistency. It's not about how much time you put in at the start. It's about a steady rhythm.
I think everyone listening knows that feeling of setting a goal that's just too big.
Mm.
When I think of a goal like become fluent in 6 months, it just feels so heavy. It feels overwhelming.
Yes.
Like I'm carrying something so heavy, I just want to drop it. The goal should feel light.
Right.
But how do we make it feel light?
That's where the behavioral science comes in. Big goals feel overwhelming because they demand too much energy from your brain. Your brain senses danger.
And it shuts down.
It shuts down. But small goals create momentum. I remember when I first tried to learn Spanish seriously, I was so motivated.
Uh-oh, I know where this is going.
I decided I would study for 2 full hours every day after work. Day 1 was great. Day 2, I was tired, but I did it.
And day 3.
By day 4, I was completely done. I was exhausted. I was resentful. And this is the important part. I felt so guilty.
Because you failed your huge commitment.
Exactly. That's the trap. When the goal is too big, it's completely overwhelming. Your brain just can't deal with it, and you quit.
So the practical tip is to do the opposite.
Right.
To make the goal almost ridiculously small.
The solution is just 10 minutes a day. That's it. That
Yeah.
small step is repeatable. It tricks your brain. Oh, 10 minutes, that's nothing.
And it builds confidence without all that pressure.
And that's what gives your learning a rhythm. It's this calm, quiet strength that just keeps you going day after day.
So let's unpack that word.
Mhm.
When we talk about consistency, is that the same thing as perfection? Like, do I have to study perfectly every single day?
That is the most important question. And the answer is no, absolutely not.
Okay, that's a relief.
Consistency is the quality of always coming back to the practice. It's about steady results over time. It doesn't mean you never miss a day. It means you always start again the next day.
So if I study for 10 minutes, 6 days a week, but I miss Sunday, that's still consistency.
That is powerful consistency. It's about the rhythm, not a perfect streak. Let's do some examples to lock it in. Formal. Consistency in data collection ensures the reliability of the scientific study.
Right. Makes sense.
Casual. I find that consistency, even just 10 minutes every morning, is way better than studying for 5 hours once a month.
Oh, for sure.
And the weird one, his only consistency is being late to every meeting, which is actually kind of impressive.
Oh, I know that person. Okay, let's do the role play. I'll be the friend who feels guilty about missing a day.
Perfect.
Oof, I missed my English practice on Monday. Feel terrible. I broke my streak. I should just give up.
Hey, don't worry about it. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means you're resilient. Just start again today. It's about always coming back.
That makes me feel so much better. I don't need to catch up.
Exactly. And for collocations, you'll hear people talk about how to maintain consistency or a lack of consistency or that it's the key to consistency.
Okay, let's circle back to that other word, that heavy feeling. You said big goals feel totally overwhelming. How do I explain that feeling? It's more than just difficult.
Oh, it's so much more. Overwhelming is when something is so intense or so large that makes you feel completely unable to deal with it.
So it's the sheer size of it that makes you freeze up.
Exactly. It triggers that paralysis. That's what procrastination really is. Let's hear the examples to make it super clear.
Okay.
Formal. The sheer volume of new vocabulary in the advanced class was overwhelming for some students.
I've been there.
Casual. I tried to learn 3 grammar tenses at once, and it was completely overwhelming and funny weird. The buffet was so huge, the choice of desserts was truly overwhelming.
Too much choice leads to paralysis.
Perfect.
Okay, quick skit about a study plan.
Let's do it.
Okay, I have 50 new words to learn today. It's too much.
Wow, that sounds overwhelming. Let's try learning 10 today and 10 tomorrow instead. Small steps.
I need to remember that. Small steps.
Yes. Small steps are the antidote to feeling overwhelmed. And collocations you'll hear are feel overwhelming, extremely overwhelming, or overwhelmingly difficult.
So we know we need to take small steps.
Yeah.
But that still requires, courage. That fear doesn't just go away.
No, it doesn't. Our sources are very clear on this. You have to move through the fear. Think about that analogy we found about dream.
Oh, yeah, the one about dreams decay.
Exactly. Your dream of fluency is like a perfect piece of fruit. It's beautiful. It's full of potential.
Okay.
But if you wait too long to eat it, if you wait for the perfect moment, it just rots. Dreams are ruined by delay, not by failure.
That is powerful. And that delay keeps you in what you call the comfort zone cage. It feels safe in there.
It feels very safe. It's familiar. But if you stay there too long, it becomes a cage. You have to actively choose courage over comfort.
So what you're saying is, I don't overcome the fear before I speak.
No.
Speaking poorly is the only way to overcome the fear of speaking poorly.
That is it, precisely. You get confidence from the action, not before it.
Okay, so once I take that tiny step,
Yeah.
how do I keep going? How do I build, what's the word? Momentum.
Yes. And the secret is the action is the momentum. Once you're moving, even just a little, it takes so much less energy to keep moving.
So even my messy, awkward first sentence is actually building up energy for the second one.
Absolutely. Movement beats thinking every time when it comes to change. You're using physics to your advantage.
That's so cool. Let's unpack momentum. I've heard it for sports, but how does it work for learning English?
So momentum is the force or speed of movement. In habit building, it's that push that keeps you going once you've started.
Like a snowball rolling downhill. The hardest part is the first push.
That's a perfect image. The first push is the hardest. Let's do the examples.
Go for it.
Formal. The project gained momentum after securing the initial funding.
Okay.
Casual. I started with 5 new words a day, and now I have enough momentum to easily study 20. And the funny one. After eating one cookie, I quickly lost control, and the cookie-eating momentum was unstoppable.
I know that momentum very well.
Okay.
Let's do a quick skit. I'm on day 7 of my daily practice streak. I don't have to think about it anymore.
That's fantastic. You've built real momentum. Now you just need to keep that energy alive.
It feels almost automatic now.
That's the goal. And you'll hear people say things like gain momentum, keep the momentum, or unstoppable momentum.
So this brings us to the final truth, right? The main message of this whole deep dive.
It is. After all this, it comes down to one thing. Action is the antidote to regret.
I love that phrase because the regret for English learners, it almost always comes from doing nothing, from waiting too long.
The real victory is just moving, just acting, even if it's clumsy.
Let's unpack that last word then. You called action the antidote. It sounds kind of formal and cool. What exactly is an antidote?
In plain English, an antidote is something that fixes or stops a poison or a bad feeling or a bad situation.
So it's a cure.
It's a cure. In our case, action is the cure for the poison of doubt and delay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's get the examples for antidote.
Okay, formal. The correct medication acted as a perfect antidote to the severe allergic reaction.
Got it.
Casual. Laughter is often the best antidote to a stressful day.
It really is.
And funny weird, a giant slice of pizza is my favorite antidote to a bad mood.
I need a pizza antidote right now.
Yeah.
Okay, final skit. Dealing with doubt.
Let's do it.
I feel so worried about speaking in the online group. I know I'll make mistakes.
Don't just think about it. Action is the antidote to doubt. Say one sentence out loud right now.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll just say hello.
Perfect. You just took the antidote. And the collocations here are perfect antidote, best antidote, or act as an antidote.
Okay, so I think I get the idea of consistency, but I have a question. This is the common mistake section.
Let's hear it.
Let's say I did my 10 minutes on Monday and Tuesday, but I missed Wednesday. So on Thursday, I have to study for like 8 hours to catch up, right? I had to make up for lost time.
That right there is the single most common and most destructive mistake that ambitious learners make.
Really? But I fell behind.
The guilt from missing a day makes you want to overcompensate. But trying to catch up by doing 8 hours just makes the task feel impossibly overwhelming again.
Oh.
And that leads to burnout, which completely destroys your momentum. Guilt is the enemy of consistency.
So what should I be saying instead of I need to catch up? How do native speakers talk about this?
A native speaker who understands habits would say something like, consistency means coming back after you rest. Or simply, just start again tomorrow.
So the missed day wasn't a failure, it was a rest day.
Exactly. Forgive yourself, take a breath, and go back to your sustainable 10-minute rhythm the next day. The key is to keep the rhythm alive, not to achieve a perfect streak.
That is so freeing. Okay, I think I'm ready for the pop quiz.
All right, listeners, time to test yourselves. Question 1. Which word describes that feeling of having way too much to handle?
That's when your brain just wants to shut down. It's overwhelming.
Spot on. Question 2. What's that force that keeps you going once you've started a habit?
That's that forward energy, the snowball effect. Momentum.
Correct. Question 3. If you want to stop feeling regret, action is the what?
Action is the antidote to regret.
Excellent. Question 4. What do you call doing a small thing every day, even if you miss a day here and there?
That is the key to everything.
Yeah.
Consistency.
And last question, switching from translating in your head to thinking in English is a total
Game changer.
fantastic. You aced it. So let's quickly summarize the 3 biggest takeaways from today.
Please do.
1, stop waiting. Action builds confidence, not the other way around.
2.
2, focus on consistency, which means small, daily habits, not huge, overwhelming marathon sessions.
And 3.
And 3, remember that any movement, even messy English, is momentum, and that is the antidote to regret.
Okay, so we have one final tiny task for you. Your micro challenge. We need you to take action right now.
Don't let this just be information. Turn it into action. Build that first bit of momentum.
Your challenge is this. Record a 30-second voice clip in English today about your breakfast, your day, anything, and just celebrate the fact that you spoke.
That is your victory. That action is your first step.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to this deep dive. It really does help us out.
Keep practicing, stay courageous, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.